Shalom everyone, it's called Torah, and today we will speak about Parashat Vayeshev, the parasha that we will read this Shabbat. One of the major stories in our parasha is definitely Yosef. Yosef, the favorite son, the beloved son, the little bit arrogant son, who tells about his brothers to his father, has some dreams that talks about ministry and kingship. And this Yosef is being sold. And after he's being sold, he becomes what we will call now in modern language an executive director of the house of his master. And then one day the Torah tells us the story that his master's wife tried to seduce him. And Yosef is able to overcome it in a tremendous cost, personal cost. He's being thrown again to jail. But my question is, how could he do that? He was 17 years old when he was sold. So let's say he was 18, 19 when he was the executive director of that house, of his master's house. He's handsome, he's charismatic, he's a leader. As I said, he's very handsome. Everyone looks at him. The Torah says, Yefeh Toar and Yefeh Mareh is really attractive. He's 18, 19 years old. That's the time, that's the age when you look. And his master's wife tried to seduce him and he said to her no. Where did he get those powers, this inner strength to say no, especially in light of his life story? He was sold by his own brothers. His father sent him to an impossible mission to see how his brothers doing, knowing very well that his brothers do not like him, saying the least. Why would he feel that he can't do it? What was his secret of having such an unbelievable inner strength to overcome the temptation? I would like to share with you an interesting midrash that says the following: that really Yosef did not find this inner strength so quickly. He, in a way, got into the temptation and was about to commit a sin with his master's wife, but at the last minute, the midrash says, like a good story, the image of his father appeared, and Yosef realized that and he ran away. What does it mean that he had this little image of his father? And why did Yosef care? I would like to suggest the following idea. We know the Torah says to us at the beginning of the parsha that Yosef was Ben Zkunim, the youngest child, but we know that that's not true, because the youngest child was Benjamin, not Yosef. So what does it mean that he was the youngest son? So our Talmud says that Yaakov looked at Yosef as almost his successor. And he spent tremendous time with him, learned with him, taught him values and Torah and everything that he learned from his parents and from his grandparents, he taught to Yaakov. And in a way they created a bond that 17 years later proved itself. What Yaakov was able to do to Yosef is to, in a way, infiltrate his subconscious and always tell Yosef, wherever you are, whatever temptation you face, whatever situation you find yourself, I want you to know I am there for you. You belong here with the family. Despite all afflictions and tribulations and suffering and pain and hate and animosity and jealousy and all the things that you had to go through, I am here and your family is here. Do not replace your family with all its issues with 5 minutes temptation. Don't do it. Think about the future and not just about the moment. For us as parents, as teachers, as grandparents, I think it's an unbelievable message. In order to create the image of us in our children's mind, so when they will face, it's a matter of time, a temptation or an experience or a test that we cannot be there physically, we want them to remember the values and the teachings that we taught them in our homes. So how do we do it? The answer is be with them, learn with them, teach them, learn from them. Spend real time with them, not just quality time, real time. Learn them, learn their personalities. Spend time with them to know them and to listen to them. That's where we can create an image in their minds of their families. Because we know, we raise children, we see our grandchildren being raised, students, and at the end they're going to fly and go different places. We can't be with them all the time. But part of us should be with them and escort them on every step they take. In order to create that bond, we need to be really with them and show them how important those values are to us and how, in every shape, way, and form, they always belong to their family. This is probably one of the most admirable messages that we learn from the story of Yosef. One of his inner strength abilities to overcome that temptation was that image of his father. And despite all the feelings that he had towards his brothers and his father, he still made the calculation that it's better to belong to my family rather than just to sin with 5 minutes temptation with my master's wife. And in a way, that's what we would like our children to know. A, that they always belong, they always have a place with our families. And B, to really know them. C, to make an impact on their lives by being there for them all the time, teaching them, learning with them and from them, and create a bond that will stay forever. Thank you.